Hey friends, let's get ourselves on our way towards some optimal recovery with this short standing flow. No equipment's needed. And as you situate yourselves in a wide stance, begin to kind of get a little bit curious about how you distribute your weight. And we can do this by tipping slightly forward, slightly into the heels. And while there's not one that's better than the other, they both certainly have their purpose in sport. For the purpose of this little sequence here, let's work to find what feels right in the center, just right. Rotate the palms forward, opening up the chest just ever so slightly. And let's start this practice with an expansive 360-degree breath, inflating right here in the lowest parts of the ribs, side to side, front to back, top to bottom. Here we go. Inhale through your nose and soften through the exhale. Good. Again, breathing in, noticing where the breath travels, and full exhale all the way to empty. Inhaling and exhaling. Our breath is a facilitator towards lymphatic fluid balance, which we are all striving for in our recovery practice. So from this space, we're going to start with a little bit of self-massage to stimulate the lymphatic ducts. Left side first, right below the collarbone. We can start to massage in circles, little taps, about 20 seconds or so. Any movements that feel good or helpful to this practice. And then we'll take those same fingertips to the back of the ear, create little circles, and you'll feel the this kind of bump on the skull. That's where we're working. Again, 20 seconds or so, and then to the other side, right to the right. Below the collarbone, taps, circles, back and forth. And as we work through these spaces, know that you're opening up these channels or these gates in your body that are otherwise pretty lazy. So they get a little boost. Fingertips to the back of the right ear. So the sequence here is intentional, but you will learn as I move through any of these sequences or classes. Rights and left sides, don't worry. It's not a huge deal. You got two. All right, from here, we'll take the fingertips right to the center of the body, find the navel, and sweeping forward and back, side to side. Hopefully not too much feedback from my mic here, but we're going to give a little rub at the center, right around the navel. And then the last one that we're going to do here is we're going to tap right behind the hamstrings. So if you find the crease of your knee right above, we're just going to tap the back sides of the legs. So if we have knee pain, ankle, foot, or even swelling, this one's really important. Find standing once more. This time bring the feet a little bit closer together, right underneath your hips. And let's take the hands out wide. Sweep them out, 0.5 miles an hour to shoulder height. And then exhale, flip the palms down and bring them right back to the start. Active movement to supplement a little bit of that lymphatic work. They require our muscles to move. Third one, lift and lower. Stepping the right foot out wide, bending through the knee. Bring the hands to the chest, interlace, and reach the knuckles away. Chin to chest, take a deep breath in. And exhale, sit in a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach, lengthen the leg, arms come up and over. Exhale, come back into that side lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Breath in and breath out. Release the fingertips. Right hand props up on the thigh bone. Can we take the left fingertips across the body towards the great toe? Lift and splay all 5 of those right toes. And then we'll come back to the center. Extend the hands out long. Deep breath. And then exhale. We'll go right to the other side. So we'll take the hands, finding our side lunge. And then once we have a strong, stable base, interlace and reach the palms away, chin to chest. Hold here, breathing in. Exhale, melt. Inhale, get tall, reach. Exhale. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. And exhale. Left hand to left thigh, reach across the body, lifting and splaying the toes. And then again, recenter, arms reach wide. As we find center, pull your heel bones in, the toes remain out. Float the hands up and over, inhaling. Exhale, hands to the tops of the legs, dropping the right shoulder through center. Inhale, left shoulder right through the center line of the body. Great. Come back through center, arms reach, legs lengthen, take up space here. And then taking the hands to the hips, we'll heel toe the feet together. Try not to peek. Trust that they are there. And we're going to all turn to our left. If we're using a mat, come all the way to the front of the mat. Release the hands alongside the body. Coming up onto the right ball of the foot. Stretching through the toes. And from the front, it'll look like this. So the right knee bends. And if you have one intention here, don't let the hip drop. Stand tall through the left leg, lifting and lengthening here. And then from this space, can we extend the right toes out and point and flex? Ankle rolls. And from here, step the same right foot back. We're in a runner's lunge. Bring the fingertips towards the tops of the shoulders. Rotate your palms to face the front. Press down like you're creating some resistance. And then again, rotate palms forward. Inhale up. Exhale, press down through space. Last time, rotate. Inhale. Exhale, hands come all the way down. Place the hands to your low back. As you place the hands to the low back, can you lift the chest up to get a little extension, a little bit of a lift here, back bending. And then from here, come back through center, step your back foot up halfway. And as we move into a hamstring stretch, we'll shift our hips back. Okay, so let's try that again. Hips go back, and the hands will prop right in the fronts of the legs to give yourself support. In this particular shape, imagine there's length rather than how far can I fold. In today's practice, that just does not matter. Okay, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, take the toes, let them rotate. Entire leg rotates out. What does that feel like? Recenter the toes. Get tall through your spine and then step the back foot up to meet the opposite. Give a little shake. Okay, other side. Stand tall through the right leg as we pick the left heel up. Stretching through the toes, the ball of the foot. All right, we're here just a moment longer. And then extend the left leg or the opposite one. Bring it out in front of the body, float it above the ground as you move, roll, point, flex, pop, crack, snap, all of the things. Eventually taking this left leg and reaching it back to a wide runner's lunge. Take up space. Okay. So we did some elbow movements before, and I think in this space, we're gonna go shoulders. So take the arms, float them all the way up. Exhale, rotate and press down through space, hinge forward. Float the hands as you lift. Exhale to float and hinge forward. Inhale, lift. This is the last one. And then exhale, hands to the front thigh, stepping back leg. Bring it up halfway. And we'll find that hinging hamstring stretch. Send the hips back. Let's try that again. Reset. Hips move back. Allowing your hands to rest here. The spine is long, okay? So as we send the hips back, we kind of balance it by reaching forward. So without kind of giving up in the pose, we're still keeping our body active. Deep breath. Exhale, toes spill out to the side. How does that change sensation in your body? Yes, all right. Come on up to a standing posture. And from this space, we'll sweep the hands all the way up and over the head. Let the knees bend. Exhale, soften your knees to fold forward. And by soften, I'm saying put a bend. You have permission. Put a big bend, everyone. Big knee bend. I don't care if you can touch the floor. It does not matter. Hands to the shins, lift up halfway. Exhale through your mouth, fold forward, bending in the knees. Lift and lengthen. And exhale, folding forward. Walk your hands out, walk your feet back. Tap the knees down onto the ground, finding a tabletop pose. Cat and cow, we know this one, at least many of us do. Sometimes I like to call it spinal segmentation, so the intention is to move slowly through an arching motion or extension and a slow transition to a chin to chest, rounded, flexed position. Drop the belly and then pull the front half of the body in and up, hollow through the body, chin to chest. Find what feels like a neutral spine. Walking the left fingertips forward. I invite you to sit your hips towards the heels just a bit. The right fingertips, thread them under to find a thread the needle. This top hand, you can extend it. You can keep it here. It's all good. So thread the needle stretch for the mid-back space. Just take notice. Where do you feel stretching? Where do you feel work? We'll unwind here and moving towards the opposite side. Right fingertips reach forward, hips towards the heels as we dive the opposite arm under. Choose a position for this top hand, either extended out or maybe we use it to spin the heart open a bit more. Slowing our practice, returning to our breath that feels effortless. We don't have to try hard here. We can just be present. We're in a thread the needle pose. We're slowing down our practice and becoming intentional as we move and breathe. Let's unwind here. And then from this space, we'll end our practice lying down on our mat If that does not feel supportive, if you prefer to sit upright, know that that's always an option for you. Even putting your back against a wall for some additional support. But for today's practice, I will join you all the way onto our backs. Allow the head and the neck to settle in. Starting with the knees bent. Connecting through the tripod of the foot, which is the front half of the foot and the heels. Lifting all 10 toes. Can we lift them and make tons of space in between each individual toe? We spend a lot of time in cleats, sneakers, tight-fitting shoes in many cases. So we have to ensure that our feet, our toes, they can move. So we're just lifting and splaying, wiggling. It's all valid. Widening the feet just a bit more, let the knees tap inwards. Extending the left arm alongside the body, then the right. 2 minutes of stillness here. Always a component of our mindful movement practice. We move and we breathe to find stillness, which is generally really, really hard to do. This is the hardest pose in a yoga practice or mindful movement. And if your mind wanders, it's going to do that. You're a human being, and that is okay. One thing that can anchor us into the moment is our breath. Noticing the inhale breath, the texture, the temperature. The exhale brings us to find ease and softness. And to close our practice, continuing to breathe in a pattern that feels natural for you and your body, or if you would like the option, we'll take a 4, 7, 8 breath. Really hard, you have to budget. So we'll all breathe together if we're going to practice 4, 7, 8. Exhale. And here we go. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. Upwards of 7 beats. You know that you should not be holding your breath for any health reasons. This may not be the practice for you. Continue back to a normal breath. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and hold your breath here. You've got this. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Optional third round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay full and hold. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in and out. That natural flow is restored. Beginning to move fingers and toes. Considering maybe a long body stretch. And eventually, let's meet sitting upright in your practice space. Getting out any fidgets, any additional movements that your body might need. And then find stillness. Notice any shifts in your body from your practice. Take a deep breath. Let's do this together. Open your mouth and exhale. Awesome work. I'm so glad that you are here, and I look forward to another practice together, and it's hopefully really soon.